What's going on, my epic dudes, and welcome back to the Triple Lock channel. It is an absolutely epic day and I'm on my way to work on a Saturday of all days. Could you believe it? Oh well, doesn't matter, because today is a bit special. I'm trying out the new Insta360 ONE RS just to see what sort of creative angles we can get and hopefully play about a bit. But yeah, so I'm sure I could obviously get more creative than just this one dangling off the front. But for now, I thought we'd give it a little bit of a test ride, see how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't fall off. I mean, the way you see it look jiggling around like that, that just makes me really nervous. But we'll find out. Let's see how the journey goes. Hopefully the small rig clamp mount is up to the task. If not, it means I'm going to have to invest in the Insta360 bundle, you know, the motorcycle bundle, you know, with the clamp, because I don't know if it's actually going to hold. But I really want to see some of these cool 360 angles that we can get. It's just these bumps and lumps, it just feels like it's making it shake around too much, and I feel like it's moving the small rig clamp mount down with every bump, like bump, 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 bump. Oh well, never mind. We'll obviously see how it goes along the way. Oh, it's a little bit windy today. Thought I'd do a little bit of a talking head video today. And really what I want to talk to you guys about today is road rage, you know, and being able to get on top of it, control it, and really what your train of thought should be like while it's all going down. So, you know, somebody cuts you off, or someone wants to get in front of you or overtake you, and you're just not getting up to speed, and you're sort of wondering why the hell, you know, they're getting as close as they are. Now, I know, you know, it's obviously going to be a little bit of a controversial matter, and I don't intend it to be, because we all have our own opinions on this, and each situation is subjective. So, by all means, pop it down in the comments below on your experiences and the way you believe that we can handle these situations better as motorcyclists, because I'm a very firm believer in that we are advocates for good riding. Those of you who wish to ride as well as you possibly can. Now, don't get me wrong, playtime happens, you know, we all get that bug and all of a sudden feel like hossing it a bit. Brilliant, not a problem. You know, I grew up around a bunch of biking hooligans, and it was always a laugh. But you know, back then we also had a lot of fair coppers who, you know, they give you a smack on the back of the wrist, not a literal one, and if you got caught doing something stupid, you just held, you know, well, you never really admitted to it, but the copper sees you do it, you have a bit of a laugh about it, you know, give you a little slap on the back of the wrist, and that is it. You're off on your way, don't get caught again. Anyway, I digress. Back onto the topic at hand, which is of the essence of road rage. And you know, anybody who knows me well enough knows that you know, growing up, as many young men do, you know, build up testosterone with anger and whatever. You know, I used to think how right I was in pretty much every situation. It was almost like motorcyclists own the road. You know, like no matter what I do, it's correct because I'm on a motorcycle, I know better than you, blah, blah, blah. What a load of turd. Now really, to dial in on who was right, who was wrong in a road rage situation, let me just say this now. Physics does not give a shit whether you are right or you're wrong, whether you have rights on the road or whether you do not. If you get hit by a bigger vehicle, or if you get hit by anything on a motorcycle, you can be sure that you're probably going down, which, take it from experience, you do not want. It sucks. A few ways to dial in this control of road rage. One is having the best visibility you could possibly have. Best visibility and best way of being seen. So make sure that when you're coming around a bend, you're visible, as visibly possible, without putting yourself in danger. Obviously, you don't want to be putting your head over the white line. Yeah, make sure you're a decent, you know, gap away from the vehicle in front. So if he's got something blocking his rear view mirror, he's also got his wing mirrors to see you. Make sure that you're not tucked up behind something, so someone on the other side of the road can't see you, or pedestrian on a side street, or anything like that can't see you. So visibility is key. Make sure you're visible. Then nobody gets spooked, no one gets scared, no one thinks they're about to write off some poor father who just wants to get home. So now we spoke about visibility. Now we'll talk about where your road placement is. And are you progressing enough? Are you dawdling? Because you don't want to be dawdling. People want people to get on with it, get progressive, get moving. So make sure that wherever you are, that you're pushing forward. You're not just staying idle, waiting for an argument to happen. Because I see you guys on those YouTube videos, yeah, capturing all that stuff on your GoPro. I see you, I see everything you're doing. And a lot of the time, guys, you're not in the right. You're not always wrong either. But you ain't always right, I can assure you there. You know, turning around, antagonising other road users and getting aggy with them and, oh, they're getting too close to me. Well, get a move on. You know, it's that simple. Don't put yourself in harm's way. No, I get it, there are arseholes on the road. But let's just not be one of them. So progressing and getting on with things and not dawdling, you know, that's it's a good way to get along with as many people on the road. So here we go. So here I've got a nice empty lane. Just while I'm on the, you know, just sort of a little side track off the topic. I've got an empty lane here. Somebody here is going to be in a rush to get ahead. All right, so watching your lane, seeing if you've got an empty one. You know, making sure that somebody's going to want to take that empty space, so just be aware of that. I do apologise if the wind noise picks up, guys. You know, I'll do my best to make sure my pace is nice and steady, but I really can't promise anything. But it is actually a good test to see what the audio is going to be like on the Insta360. I've heard that the microphones are really exceptional. Please don't fall off, please don't fall off. Anyway. Talking about your lane placement, make sure you are visible as best as you can, making sure that you are in the right place to move, make sure you're not dawdling, getting on with things. Look, these guys want to be getting on things. Don't worry about the speed that they want to do. You are not the police. Okay, stop trying to mind what everybody does and whatever. Okay, I know people do some stupid things on the road, like talking on the phone when they're driving around. Yeah, I know, man, it's a stupid thing to do. But you're not the police. Stop trying to pretend to be it. Stop trying to act like one. It doesn't do anyone any favours. It just winds people up, and they're only going to tell you to, you know, F off. If somebody's trying to, you know, overtake you, say you're sitting in the right hand lane, in the overtaking lane, and you've got a nice gap here, and you're not moving for some reason. You're just not getting on with it. Well, move up, just move over. Don't sit over there. Come sit over here and chill. There's no harm in slowing it down a little bit. If the guy wants to get ahead of you, let him go. It's funny, a little lesson I learned, and of all places to learn it, we've all made boo-boos, we've all made a mistake, and it was actually, I was on a speed awareness course. So anybody in the UK, you'll know what a speed awareness course is. I don't know what they have in the US, if they have any equivalent, but it's basically where if you speed, instead of getting points on your license, you basically pay X amount to go and do a speed awareness, and you sit in a boring classroom for a fair few hours and get taught about speeding and the dangers of it. It's funny, I went there with an attitude of, I'm not going to learn anything, I won't pick any new things up and whatever, like this is going to be absolutely pointless, I know what I know what I'm doing, but oh how wrong I was. I learned one particular thing. I'm sure I did learn many, but it was one thing that really stood out to me the most. And it's a very psychological thing. When somebody's coming up to tailgate you in the overtaking lane, notice how I say overtaking lane, not fast lane, because it's not the fast lane. They're both 70 miles an hour. Don't you just hate when people brake on a faster road going into a slower one? Just get into the lane, then slow down. Anyway, I digress. I love the words, I digress. I guess it makes you sound sophisticated, but really I'm not. Anyway, so somebody's coming up behind your butt in the overtaking lane, and you're only wanting to do X amount of speed. Somebody else is wanting to go faster. You have a gap in this lane. Move over. Here's what I learned on the speed awareness. Instead of letting them take your spot, give it to them. Let them have it. And you're thinking, what the hell are you on about? Or maybe you're not. Maybe you're with me on this one. It is far more satisfying to give something to somebody than for them to take it from you. So don't let it get you worked up, just give it to them, let them have it, let them get ahead, and then say to yourself in your head, they're not taking it from me, I let them have it. Alright, so now we're going to talk about the altercations. Like, I don't really understand why, you know, people want to go around punching wing mirrors off, you know, screaming in people's faces, smashing their windows, and, you know, brake checking people, especially brake checking on a damn motorcycle, man. That is not right whatsoever. I mean, think about it. Look at the size of that vehicle. It will crush you. Do not bother. Because there's no point getting bent out of shape, you know, about your riding, whatever, when you really need to be concentrating on what's in front of you and around you. If you start raging at people, whatever, your attention then becomes elsewhere other than what it needs to be on, which is your 360 degree, see what I did there? 360 degree awareness. You have to realize what is causing these guys and girls in their cars to not be able to see to the best of their ability. Like, they have pillars in the way, they got big hunks of metal, and they got their music, you know, and they're screaming kids, their husband or wife or partner in crime is just screaming at them or talking to them or blah blah blah, or distracting them. And the reason why I happen to know this, because I did one very thing to my wife once, and I accidentally made my wife crash her car into the back of somebody else's car. And the way I did it was by, you know, playing around, picking her nose. And the irony of this story was, but she was actually taking me to work because it was absolutely chucking it down with rain when I was on my bike. So she was very kindly taking me, which is very nice of her. And unfortunately, I accidentally helped her right off her car. Whoopsie. Sorry, babe. Anyway, guys, I don't want to make this a long one. I'm just trying to have a little play around with this Insta360. Yeah, man, we'll see what it comes out like. Anyway, guys, if you haven't had a chance to hit that like and subscribe. If there's anything you guys want to see, anything you'd like help with, any sort of other educational videos that I could be putting up, just hit me up in the comment below, hit me up on Instagram, and we'll have a chat on there. Alright, guys, peace out.